Yo, people, what's going on? Back again with another episode of Footy Talk. Gang business. The Euros is on the horizon, man. Had to pattern the backdrop. I told you, man, already. It's coming home, blood, to Paris. That's where it's coming home, fam. Do you know what I mean? Matisse, what you saying, bro?
I'm all good. I'm all good. Life is good. Do you know what I mean? Euros are about to kick off. I do think, France are probably the favourites, along with I think Italy could be a dark horse. They got a good record under Roberto Mancini as well. And Chelsea are getting linked with superstars. So all is well. All is well.
Bro, he's the best right wing back in the world, bro. Like, if man sign him, it's a madness, because you know what it is? Chelsea have already got a very well-oiled machine, and then when you add in star names into the positions where man already won the Champions League with, I'd say just above average players. If you start putting superstars into that system, it can only get better, bro. Like, let's be honest, innit? So if man gets Hakimi, and Holland, that's it. It's over. It's over, because Pep already can't beat man. Pep already can't beat man, with Werner and them. So if you put them two man in there, it's peak, fam. And Roman just bought a new yacht, so you know money ain't a thing, bruv.
No,
you know,
money's not a problem around here. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just it's Tuchel's cheat code, really. Hakimi, that would be Tuchel's cheat code. It would be similar to when Pep signed Cancelo. Do you know what I mean? You can play him in a variety of different positions. Tactically, you can change formation in game. Keeps you flexible. You can switch him from left to right wing back as well. Right wing back is where I'd want him initially, of course, as he's right-footed, but he's played left wing back a lot of times. It gives a little bit of flexibility to Chilwell, so we don't overplay him, and maybe get some deadwood off the books in terms of Alonso and Emerson, or one of the two. And I just think, like you said, it's that extra bit of decisiveness in the final third that you want, because he can dribble around players. And I think Reece James, I've always been saying, I hope Reece James can potentially move into the back three on the right hand side, because he
doesn't go past. He just goes past people down the outside. You know them ones. He hasn't got that fleet of.
He's not got the dribbling thing with the pace. Yeah.
He hasn't got it like what Cancelo's got, and that he hasn't got the fleet-footedness. He's a bit too stocky, and that's genetics. There's nothing you can do about that. But he's not as agile, innit? So
no, he's not an agile. He's not a winger. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Hakimi, I think at times he can move like a winger. And I think Reece James anyway. I think his ceiling at right side centre back is great, especially under Tuchel's management. He's got the build for it. You know, he's strong. You see the way that he took on Sterling in that Champions League final. Passing out from the back, he can continue to get better from there as well. So I think it makes great sense, especially against low blocks. You're telling me Reece James is going to be moving into midfield from the right centre back spot, and you've got Hakimi on the right wing dribbling around players, and he can score goals as well. Goal contributions are through the roof, and he's also got experience with now Haaland and Lukaku, which is both of our targets. So I think obviously Haaland seems to be the main target, the more.
I think that he's only the main target because Mino is kind of making people aware that he's available. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's not available and you still end up getting Lukaku. But you're getting one of them.
As long as we get one of them, I'm good. Do you know what I mean? We just need to get one of them. We need to bring in a striker. Because if Harry Kane goes to Man City, that's peak. Do you know what I mean? So, I think Tuchel needs to be back. Do you know what I mean? And if he wants Hakimi, so he can be tactically flexible and versatile, then bring him Hakimi. Do you know what I mean? I think priority-wise, I'd still say striker and DM is top priorities for me. But just because the club are not signing them in that order, it doesn't mean that they are not aware of what we need. They know we need a striker, and we've been linked with DMs. So people are saying that, signing Hakimi means that we're not going to bring in a DM or a striker. You don't know that. It doesn't need to go in chronological.
Doesn't mean that at all. Like, they're not, and also they're not even linked, bro. You know them ones. It doesn't matter what order you sign man in. Certain players are easier to sign than others, so some take longer than others. But the fact that you've been linked with multiple players in multiple different positions tells me that you've identified. Do you know what I mean? You've identified that you need multiple signings, and the reason why the manager will get back to is because he's proven his worth to win the Champions League with what he had. So of course Roman's going to bless him with a transfer window.
100%.
Because Lampard got one.
100%.
Lampard got a mad thing.
He got a whole case.
Yeah, he got a mad thing. Like that. So legit, bruv. What a statement. That,
and it means we stick with the
Roman
formation as well, which is what I want. You know, that means we're sticking with the formation. I want us to stick with a 3 at the back. I don't believe in this notion that we have to switch to a 4. Why? We just won the Champions League in a 3. We've created chances in a 3. We've kept clean sheets in a 3. So just continue working on that. Yes, you can have a secondary formation, and as long as you use the right wing backs, as I've said before, you can push Chilwell back to the left back spot, move Reece James across to right back or Azpilicueta to right back, and push the right wing back forward like Hakimi into a wing spot. And then suddenly you've transitioned in game without making a substitution into a back 4. So that's the kind of tactic, you know, that's the kind of flexibility tactically that you're going to get if you bring in a player like Hakimi who is predominantly going to want to get forward. That's his strength. So that's what I'm looking for really in the right wing back. That's why I haven't really wanted Reece James at right wing back, you know, long term, because it cements you to a 3 at the back it cements you to a 5 defender, you know what I mean, Chilwell and Reece. Whereas if you bring in someone who's a little bit more counterbalance on the other side, opposed to Chilwell, you can change it up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the thing is, it's ignorance from people's lack of footballing awareness that they think that 3 at the back is a defensive formation. So why would you change it? Why would you change it? People think, oh yeah, next season Chelsea are going to go more attacking. But bruv, who said they're not attacking?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Chelsea's lack of attacking hasn't been a problem. Their lack of potency has been the problem.
Yeah.
You just got to increase, because bruv, everyone's talking about the amount of chances Werner's missing. So that means you're creating chances.
100% creating a lot of chances.
So it's not defensive football, bro. It's just not clinical. It's not ruthless. Do you know what I mean? If you add some killers into that attack, it's peak, bro. If I was Chelsea, I'd be going for Jadon Sancho, bro, because him and Hakimi down that right hand side is man already seen what he can do.
I think if we do get Hakimi, I don't think we'll get Sancho, because the striker Haaland seems to be Roman's big thing. Like he wants Haaland. Do you know what I mean? He's a big fan of Haaland.
Notoriously, he loves
exactly.
strikers.
Yeah, Shevchenko, Fernando Torres,
Crespo, all of them, man.
Crespo, like, he loves a striker.
Well, Adrian Mutu, you signed as well, bruv. There, man. Like, bruv, you tried everything, innit? Matea Kesman, bruv, you tried everything.
Well, apparently Man United have agreed terms with Sancho again for the second year running.
Bruv, them terms were agreed like 18 months ago, blood. Sancho's terms was never the problem. It was the terms between the two clubs.
Yeah.
So I'm not really trying to hear that.
You're still not confident after even seeing that.
No, if you ever think that you're gonna see any Sancho transfer news propaganda on this channel, bro, it's the wrong one, bro. No, them ones there. Even when he's holding the scarf, I won't believe it. You know them ones there. I won't believe it. And when he's smiling with the pen, I won't believe it until I see man's name on the team sheet, blood. That's how tired I am of it. I'm tired of it.
Oh man, you have been dragged up and down too much to this point where you're just like, yo, I'm not interested anymore. Yeah,
bullshit, bro.
This is where we're at. Do you know what I mean? This is where we're at. But I think the priority for me would be a striker. I'd like a DM as well, because I just think we've only got one sitter in Jorginho in the actual squad, and he's more of a system-based regista. So I would like just a traditional DM, just for some balance in the squad, and then Hakimi's fancy. Do you know what I mean? You're getting fancy with it. It's an upgrade, and I'd love it. I'd love it. He's the best right wing back in the world. Do you know what I mean? You don't pass up on that opportunity. And
it's a joke.
Yeah, I think there's been some in-house debates in the Chelsea fan base about a certain Tino Livramento coming through as well, who they want to get through, but he hasn't made a senior appearance as well, and his contract's running out in a year. So for me, the academy is always about, yes, you want to bring them through to stop buying squad like players like Adama Traore, who was linked with him the week before. That's the kind of player where I would say, no, I'm all right. Do you know what I mean? Bring through Tino, because I know Tino's talented. Don't waste money on a squad player like a Drinkwater or Zappa Costa or Adama Traore. Leave them brothers and stick with the youth and develop them, seeing as they're talented. But when you've got a world-class player available to you, you go and get him, because there's no guarantees that the young player that you're trying to push forward in 2, 3, 4 years is going to be world-class. Anything can happen. So unless he's going to surpass Hakimi, you're never going to regret it. And Hakimi's already world-class. So, you know what I mean? If Tuchel wants that, Tuchel gets that.
Facts, bro. Big up everyone inside. Make sure you smash that like button, yeah. What are you making of this Genie Wijnaldum to PSG thing, bro?
It's gone there for the peas, isn't it?
But you know what? He's still a good player though. Like, he's better than fucking Herrera and them, man, bro. Like,
100%.
The thing is with Gini Wijnaldum, yeah, he's so underrated. If I'm being honest, I wanted him, yeah. When we signed Memphis, we could have got him as well, and we didn't, innit? Like, I really wanted Gini, bro, because it's like he's so good, yeah. Like, in between areas, yeah, he does score, but in between both penalty areas, he's high energy, he's technically sound, and he's just a good player. He's the kind of player that every manager kind of just wants in their midfield because he'll do the dirty work and he looks after the ball, innit? He's not a glamorous player, but he's very efficient, innit?
Yeah.
Like
100%.
the way Liverpool treated him and the money they had him on was a joke thing. And he scores the odd goal. If you add him into
what money
midfield,
was it at Liverpool?
Like 75 bags.
Yeah. Robbery. Moving like Tottenham, yeah?
Bro, if you put if you put Wijnaldum in the midfield with Verratti, and then they get a Pogba or something, it's a joke.
It'll be mad. It'll be mad. I mean, listen, they've got Herrera, who
just again.
Yeah, again, another one from Everton. I think another guy as well from, is it Paredes? I think.
Yeah, Paredes, I think.
Paredes, sorry. So yeah, they've got a lot of midfield issues. I mean, PSG for the longest have been trying to sort out their midfield issues, buying different players from all over the place, and they haven't really ever got that right connection with Verratti. So I think Wijnaldum's definitely an upgrade. I think Barcelona were also trying to get him as well, but apparently PSG just blew them out of the water with the wage. And I think it's better to go to PSG anyway over Barcelona right now. I think Barcelona are a bit all over the place with their transfer strategy. So yeah, it's a good move. You know what I mean? It's something different. He's done everything he needed to do at Liverpool. Go over there, win a title, compete for the Champions League, and see what you can get done. You're playing with Neymar and Mbappe. It's not the worst in the world. Do you know what I mean? It's not the worst situation.
Not at all, bro. Do you know what I mean? And this comment is spot on. Atalanta play some great football. I like their manager a lot, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? He would definitely be on my short list if I got to choose the next manager of United, bro.
Nagelsmann plays back three as well.
Yeah, bro. Listen, it can be attacking, bro. I just think that, you know what I mean?
People have it in their brain that it's ingrained for them that it turns into a back five. It only turns into
that's how they've seen it played.
Your mentality. It's your mentality. It's all about your mentality.
The wing backs, aren't even defenders. Do you know what I mean? And in the origins of the 4-3-3, even the two here are not even centre backs. Normally, they play wing backs in the free because they're better on the ball. They don't play free out and out centre backs. When you see free at the back played, you don't really see free centre backs. You're not going to see free John Terry-esque centre backs in a free at the back or free Vidiches, bro. That's not how free at the back.
Have a bit of pace about them,
bruv. You gotta have quick players out here because when the fullbacks come out, these men are supposed to come out and create little triangles on the pitch. So you need mobile players to play in these positions. Like, you don't just play some big static centre backs. Do you know what I mean? So like, people's whole interpretation of the free at the back, it's wrong, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Like, even so, like these two can even step up, bruv, because they used to play. You have your sweeper, and then you have your players that come up. So them two centre backs end up in midfield sometimes. Bro. When you see teams 100%. Play free at the back, how many times do you see one of the centre backs bombing forward and carrying the ball? That's how it's meant to be. So this notion that you got free, you just play a deep line of five, it's because they saw Oli play it that way. Do you know what I'm saying?
Half of the time, some of the centre-backs are better at passing than some of the midfielders. So it just depends on your squad. Do you know what I mean? You have to tailor what suits your team. And at the end of the day, you know, you look at, again, I can go back to Chelsea's first goal under Tuchel. Azpilicueta scored top corner against Burnley. He was in the opposition half. What position did he start in that game? Right side centre-back. And you can do the same for Rudiger with his mazy runs through the pitch as well. That position is meant to be a position where you take a lot of responsibility and control in possession, and you do, you know, be expansive, and you do pass in between the lines. If you can bypass the midfield and get it straight into the attack, then you do so. Do you know what I mean? That's the whole point of beating the press. So yeah, you just need very talented individuals to play that role. But I personally like whatever formation it is, as long as we're playing the right way with the right intention. I don't give a shit what formation it is. Do you know what I mean? Because you can play a 4-3-3 and it can be very boring and very defensive also if you put the wrong players in midfield that don't have the creativity. So It doesn't really matter on the formation. It's about the intention and the mindset behind it.
But you know what
and
it is, yeah?
Like I said earlier, you can switch formation during the game.
You know what it is with British fans? They don't like possession, bro.
It's a way of defending. They
don't like possession.
I've never understood. I've never understood it, because people will be more than happy to see brothers on the goal line, on the defense, clearing balls from the goal line, you know, making blocks, slide tackles, and say that's good defending when they haven't got any of the possession. But if you're keeping the ball for 5-10 minutes to keep it 1-0 and you're defending with the ball, that's boring. But it's not boring. They
don't like possession, Matisse, bro. They like last ditch challenges, 50-50 tackles, 50-50 headers, percentage football. That's what they like, because they like lots of running and passion and shit. that don't win you nothing. Don't win you nothing, bro. Possession, is 9/10 of the law, brother. And if you got quality players, that possession counts. That possession counts. Possession for possession's sake is bullshit.
Yeah.
You have to have cutting edge, and that's why Chelsea need to improve in the final third. But everything else is fine. Everything else is fine. Look at Chelsea's defensive record, and they don't have the best centre-backs in the world, best defenders in the world. If they improve their defenders, that can only make the team better. Know what I mean? They're creating loads of chances. They don't really have a creative midfielder. If you get one of those, makes the team better. You know what I mean? If you've got a goal scorer, it makes the team better. But the foundations are there.
But this is the thing. I'm so glad for once Chelsea's board seem to be trying to build on what they've just accomplished, because too often I see teams at the top, when they win, they take their foot off the accelerator, and they start buying squad players and trying to cut corners and being cheap and not capitalizing on your success. That is the big problem with teams as to why they don't go on to sustain it. Man City are an example of a team that continue to every season look to improve, and hence why they're always at the top. You know what I mean? Liverpool, they took their foot off the gas one window. They got Jota over the line, and that was about it. Yeah, they got Thiago, but they knew they needed other positions. They didn't get it done. And then injuries can hit you, and then bang, next thing you know what I mean? You're in all these competitions, and things can get mad. And then you're searching for centre backs in January. So you have to keep building on what you've done, man. You have to, because if you don't, people will catch up to you and overtake you. And Chelsea, after the season we had, yes, we won the Champions League, but we still finished fourth. So there's no room for complacency, because we weren't the best team in England in terms of consistently over the course of the season. So we needed to improve anyway.
Facts only. Big up Genie Houdini for the super chat. Clearly a Wijnaldum fan. And yeah, bro, at the end of the day, they say that availability is the best ability in it. If you've got a player that's hardly ever injured, always available, good on the ball, good work rate, they're valuable players. Do you know what I mean? They're very, very valuable players. So, do you know what I mean? Genie Wijnaldum is one of them players where when he's not in your midfield, you'll miss him in it. And when he's there, he'll get taken for granted by people that don't really understand the game of football. But he's very efficient, man. He's a good player. He'll definitely improve PSG.
Yeah, I think PSG's midfield, man, they needed someone, because, do you know what I mean? It's just, there's something about it. It's just not right for me. It's not been right since they really... I don't remember a time where I looked at PSG's midfield since they got the money that I thought, yeah, that's perfect. That's what you need at top level football. I've always said to myself, there's something missing in there. They've always gone for those attackers, you know, Icardi, Cavani, Neymar, Mbappe, Di Maria. They have no problem doing that. But when it comes to taking care of the midfield, they've always had a problem with that. So yeah, we'll see if that's the final piece. I still think maybe, like you said, just that extra attacking midfielder that can now just cut up things like a Pogba wouldn't be too bad, but it's a start anyway.
100%. Big up Artem for the super chat. Hakimi would be great because he can play both wing back spots, so he can rotate with Reece and Chilwell while Reece rotates his wing back. 100%, bro. And again, like, it's all about fluidity. It's all about fluidity. That formation allows fluidity, and also with the protection that you get from playing a free at the back, it means that you don't necessarily need specialists, bro. Like, it's great to have them. That's why Hakimi's a great signing. But you saw what Conte done with Victor Moses.
Yeah. 100%.
You know, like that, you don't really need specialists. You just need someone of a certain profile. And again, a free at the back, if I ever played a free at the back, I'm playing wingers. I'm playing wingers, or I'm playing very attack-minded fullbacks. as the two wide players. Do you know what I mean? It becomes defensive when you start playing left backs, as left wing backs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's when it becomes defensive. When you're playing Wan-Bissaka as right wing back, that's a defensive formation.
Yeah, 100%.
Because he's not going to take man down the line. He's not going to go past them. So straight away, it's more defensive. You know
that's when you start passing
playing
backwards and stuff like that.
Exactly. If United are playing Dallo there, then it's an attacking formation. If you play Tellers as left wing back instead of Luke Shaw, it's attacking. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So what makes a formation attacking and defensive is literally the mindset and the intent of a team. Just like 4-4-2 can be a very defensive formation. It can be very defensive because it gives you 2 banks of 4.
Yeah,
it's literally a counter-attacking formation. You get 2 banks of 4 sitting deep, 1 player in the hole to receive the ball on the counter from the long ball to flick it onto the other player. Like, it's super defensive if you want it to be defensive. That's why you see a lot of teams like the Southamptons and all these teams that are actually playing 4-4-2, and 4-4-2 is coming back. Villarreal played a 4-4-2. They didn't play an attacking 4-4-2 against United. But it's still a 4-4-2. So this whole notion of certain formations being more attacking than others, a 4-2-3-1 can be attacking because it gives you loads of little triangles on the pitch. But also, you've got 2 holding midfielders. Really, if you play 2 defensive-minded players that don't pass forward in a double pivot, it's a defensive formation. Yeah. So again, it just matters how the manager sets up. You know what I mean, and the philosophy of the players and the profile of the players that they put in there, bruv. So that's what it is, really.
I mean, that stat is over the last 3 managers: Sarri, Lampard, and Tuchel. So that's the direction Chelsea are going in, isn't it? To be playing.
Sarri started that though, bruv. Like he's a possession monster, innit?
Yeah, he started that big time. Him and Jorginho would have been the catalyst for that one.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, man, flipping Roman's doing madness, bro. Like I don't know, bruv. This I wouldn't even want to say that this is probably the best time to be a Chelsea fan because, bruv, you man have had a lot of success. So I don't even know. How's this feeling though? Is this feeling normal at this point?
It's do you know what? I wouldn't say it's normal. I think, because I think when you're if we was to get Erling Haaland, that is like Galactico level signing. Do you know what I mean? That is the best of the best that you've just recruited, especially at his age. That is a proper statement. And Chelsea over the last few years, we've been up and down. Do you know what I mean? We won the title under Conte, then we finished outside the Champions League spot. We won it under Mourinho, finished outside the Champions League spot again. And this is all within, the last 5 years, 5, 6, 7 years. Chelsea have been sometimes in Europa League, sometimes not even in Europe. When we won the league under Conte, people forget we wasn't in Europe at all. So Chelsea have been very hit and miss recently in terms of consistently challenging at the top. And that goes par and par with who we've been targeting. We had a window where we signed Zappa Costa, Djilabodji, Baba Rahman, Drinkwater, Bakayoko, Morata. You see what I'm saying? So man's had to come out of all of that. It's not easy. Do you know what I mean? So there's been times where Chelsea have been pissing about, really. And it's only recently, I think, they had the transfer ban. And then, the last 2, the last summer and now this summer, they start taking it seriously. So it's good to be back. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like my Chelsea have been missing for a few summers before that. So if anything, I'm just getting warmed up in terms of getting back to normal. Yeah.
Yeah, them names there giving me belly aches. I don't even support Chelsea.
Man, Falcao, Pato. You remember these man, fam? Bro.
What? You man had Pato?
We had Pato, yeah.
I don't remember.
Him in on loan, I think it was, yeah. As a number 9, Higuain, bro. I
remember Higuain. But there you go. I told you, Roman loves strikers. He loves them, bro. He just keeps trying. He keeps trying, and if he gets all like this, it's mad. Super chat for you. Big up, John Smith. How can Arsenal get back to where they belong? Congratulations on the Champions League, man. Jealous.
Appreciate it, John. Thank you so much. How can you get back to where you belong? 2 things. You need to get rid of your owner and you need to sack your manager. 2 things. Those are the 2 things. Because without those 2 things done, You're not going anywhere. You have a ceiling under Kroenke, in my opinion, and that's maximum top 4, and that's even becoming a push now of all of these Leicesters jumping in and fighting, squabbling for this position. So top 4 is your absolute maximum. That is your peak under Kroenke. I don't think you're winning any major trophy under him. And now it's not even looking like a Europa League situation as well, which is ridiculous. So, you know, you only have to look at Arsenal's decline in the last few years to know where you're heading if you don't get rid of this chairman and get serious. Because yes, your spending has been decent recently. I think you might have spent more than us net spend wise over the last few years. But it's the recruitment. It's the actual quality of the recruitment. You can spend but not know what you're doing. Leicester don't spend as much as you, but they know what they're doing with their recruitment. They just signed Samara. Yeah. So, but my point is with the chairman is that he's in charge, right? So he employs the person below and the person below, and you guys are riddled from top to bottom with incompetence, and you don't have the right people in the right positions to make the right decisions. Why do you bring in a Willian on a 3-year contract and then he's now looking to leave after a year? Why? Do you know what I mean? Why do you bring in a David Luiz from a Chelsea when, do you know what I mean, when he's clearly a double agent? Why do you bring in a Petr Cech? Why do you get rid of a Martinez and keep a Leno? These are the conversations you need to have. You make some good signings with Tierney and whatnot, but then you make some terrible ones and there's no consistency. So that's really the point. It's not even just to spend the money, because like I said, you don't have to spend loads of money to be successful. It would help, but you can spend wisely. The French market is crawling with talent, and you can go and pick them up cheap when they're in a financial crisis right now. But top to bottom, you got a mess. Do you know what I mean? And by the way, this is the same chairman that employs the people that employ Arteta. So do you know what I mean? It's just the whole thing's mash up. You need to fix it. So yeah, man, the owner and the manager, because I just think Arteta's time's come too soon for him, man. He's learning on the job. And I know that, you know, I speak from experience. Learning on the job doesn't work out. Do you know what I mean? You need to get qualified brothers who know what they're doing at the top level. Look at the managers in the Prem, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're competing against the best in the world. How do you expect to survive if your manager ranks mid-table or below? How do then you expect to be above these guys that have top managers that can coach and drill their teams to do brilliant things? It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, 100%. And on the formation thing, he's just found this Pep quote. Do you know what I mean? And obviously Pep knows his shit, innit? It's that
People
simple. And this is what it is, bro. Football's about
this is the meme, I think.
Football's about options, innit?
Yeah.
Football's about options. And when I say, when you see certain teams play, the reason why Manchester United move the ball so slowly is because when the player's on the ball, there's no options for him. The amount of times I see Pogba get the ball under control and he's dillying and he's dallying and people are saying, he needs to move the ball quicker. There's no fucking options. When you watch Chelsea play, look how quickly Kovacic moves the ball. Most of the time he plays in 2 touches because he's always got an outlet in it. And the thing is, with that 3 at the back, the 4 in the middle, and the 3 up front, there's always triangles, bro. There's always triangles. There's always 2 or 3 passing options. If you've got 3 players here, that out here, you've got 4 out here. The right centre back has got the right wing back to pass to. He's got the right centre back to pass to. Do you know what I mean? There's always something. The right wing back has got the inside midfielder to pass to. He's got one of the forwards to pass to. If he bombs on, my man can move inside. And there's just triangles all over the pitch. That's why 4-3-3 is the best formation for possession football. Because it's interchanging all the time. And especially if you've got a dynamic midfielder like Kante. Overload, because he doesn't just fucking pass the ball and stand. He follows his passes all the time.
Yeah.
So because he follows his passes, it's a fucking overload in the midfield all the time, bro. And he comes, look how many times, like the Chelsea goal, Kante won the ball 30 yards out from goal, intercepted it. If he passed the ball, in the midfield and he didn't follow his pass, he wouldn't have been up there to win it back.
Exactly.
So players like him, he's like a fucking cheat code, bruv, in a formation like that. Because his energy gives you an extra man.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah. It's very hard to deal with teams like that. Very hard.
No,
like you can't even really man mark them. Like you can't really. You have to just try and bully them a little bit, play 2 up front and probably go long and hope for the fucking best, bro.
Yeah. Like, this is where for me Hakimi is key, because if you've got someone who's technically sound, got bags of pace and then can finish and can create chances. So he's got that mindset of wanting to be in the final third like Alonso, but then he's got the technical ability in general play to back it up with the pace. It's mad. Do you know what I mean? It's mad. So it's it's gonna if it gets done, which it seems like apparently PSG are no longer interested. I don't know what's gone on there, but I know Chelsea got a bit of leeway with adding players in and whatnot. It looks beautiful. This was funny. I thought this was Paulo Ferreira. I didn't read it properly when I first got this.
Bro, listen, I thought it. But I thought them were trolling. When I heard Fonseca, I thought, hold on, yeah. Like first I heard Fonseca, I was like, oh no, man was thinking like EastEnders or something, yeah. And then man said, hold on, yeah. As in the guy that was at Roma. So my man replaced one Portuguese fraud with another one. I don't understand what's going on, bruv. Like, and that Paratici Bray, yeah. What? Obviously, the DOF is supposed to bring in his manager, but fam, hey, my brother's gonna hit a million subs. He's gonna hit a million subs next season, bruv. Because you see this Tottenham thing, it's gonna go badly, innit? This is Villas Boas 2.0 blood. That's what it is. I can't see this working, bro. Like, I can't. 3-year deal for Paulo Fonseca. What did he win at Roma?
It's mad, bro. It's actually mad. It's like I saw this. I don't know if it was a tweet or it was a meme or whatever, but someone said there's a social experiment taking place to see how much patience a man can have if you're a Tottenham fan and how far can you fall. And it's really a competition between them and Arsenal right now, between who can embarrass themselves the most. Do you know what I mean? It's like whether you're not in Europe at all, whether you're going to the Conference League and taking trips to God knows where in them economy flights, do you know what I'm saying, all the way over to Kazakhstan and all them places. It's like it's a competition at this point. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with these two, but this deal makes no sense to me. You've gone from looking at Conte and then not giving him what he wants, a serial winner what he wants. Do you know what I mean? In terms of his staff, in terms of the financials, and then you've downgraded to this. This for me is just the definition of accepting mediocrity if you're Tottenham. This just goes to show that there's no ambition, because between Conte and this man, there is no comparison. The only comparison is that one wants to win at all costs and one probably is called to just work in London and take the paycheck. Like I said, I don't want to write him off because he might do a good job. I don't really know because it's not happened yet. But I know if I'm picking between managers, I know who I'm taking. I know who's going to probably be more likely to deliver some silverware. So they've just shown in a week that they're not serious about competing at the top level. So that's what it is.
At all. And you know what it is? When they were linked with Conte, yeah, I thought, yo, Spurs are actually showing more ambition than United. And then they get Fonseca, bro. Oh, no, innit? Even though he's a more accomplished manager than Oli, yeah, that's not very hard. But come on, bro. No. How do you go from Conte to Fonseca? Like, how? And they were getting linked with Roberto Martinez. And even that would have made more sense.
I think he just wanted to gas up Spurs fans, innit? And then he just pulled the plug. I don't even know if he was ever serious about getting Conte. I always said I don't think Conte and Tottenham even match up because Levy and Conte is just going to butt heads on day one. I wouldn't be surprised if Conte just walked out on day two. That brother demands so much. Like, he wants to win and he wants everything he needs to win. He's not playing any games. He's not playing with no stingy Levy. So that relationship never even made any sense to me in the first place. This sounds much more up Levy's alley, 100%.
It's weird, bro. That's why I feel like Levy's got to be selling soon, bro, because this don't make no sense, bro. This is not ambition. This isn't, bruv. Like, brother, even as someone that wants to see Tottenham suffer, yeah, like, I'm bewildered, bro. I'm bewildered.
Packed 8-5 by Oli.
Bro, I'm bewildered. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm actually bewildered.
Are you surprised though? You can't be surprised, isn't it? This is
Conte,
Tottenham.
yeah? Conte. No, because you've gone from Poch to Mourinho. So them two names and then Fonseca, bro. Like, that don't make no sense.
It's crazy.
That don't make no sense, bro. You know what I mean? It's like Tottenham had us all fooled, yeah, into believing that they were trying to do this thing serious.
Harry Kane's got to be gone now.
Bruv, you know what? He might have looked at this and said, you know what? We can't compete with these, man. So we might as well just make sure the books are balanced. Yeah. That's what it's looking like.
It's looking like a balance in the books thing. It is. It is.
All right. I think it's horrible.
I think Harry Kane, he's got to be, after the Euro, isn't it? Because he's obviously going to want to focus on that. After that, I think momentum's going to kick up for that Man City deal. I can't lie. It must do. because he can't sit there another season. It's almost becoming a disgrace to football that he's even still playing for them. Respectfully, do you know what I mean? You're proper like hindering now one of the best strikers we've ever seen in England. Do you know what I mean? It's nuts. Can't run any longer. It cannot run. Even Son, baller. Be surprised if he is not thinking about, because I think if Conte had come in, not saying it would have turned like Kane's head, because maybe he's already mentally checked out, but at least for incoming players, they would be like, oh, that's Conte, I'll go play for him. He's serious about winning. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, man. Even the playing squad, I don't know if they would have been able to handle Conte's like rigorous schedule. This brother does not play in training. He wants you to be doing the hard graft.
Maybe so not, but you know what? Forget these players, bro. Like, because Conte's a winner, innit? The one thing is, one thing I'd say, when a new manager comes in, they're going to be players that like him, players that don't.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, the players that like the new manager are the players that were out of favor under the previous manager, who get a clean slate to kind of get back in the manager's plans. Do you know what I'm saying? And the players that won't like the new manager will tend to be the players that were highly favored, and then maybe they're not the new manager's cup of tea. This is just what happens, bro. Like, it is what it is. But the fact is, if you're someone like an Ndombele and all of these, man, you'll be thinking, you know what, I wouldn't mind a new manager in, because you know what, the last manager wasn't really rating man's thing like that. You know, like that. So it's one of them ones where, as much as people say it's going to be hard and rigorous under Conte, again, I don't think players mind buying into that shit if it means that they're actually challenging. Now, ultimately, players want to be challenging.
You would hope.
Yeah, they want to be challenging. And under Conte, they might look at it and say, you know what, his resume speaks for itself. Everywhere he goes, he challenges, he does whatever. Like, let me just do what he wants me to do.
Yeah,
you know, like that. And that's what it is. So I think that players would have adapted. Obviously, someone like Dele Alli, the writing's on the wall for him if a Conte comes in it. But saying that, I think the writing's on the wall for him anyway, bro. I don't even feel like he even cares about playing football no more.
Yeah, he doesn't strike me as that kind of Conte guy.
He doesn't strike me as the kind of person that looks annoyed that he's not playing and wants to force himself in the team. He just looks like one of them guys that's just happy to be part of the pranks in the dressing room, blood.
See, I never really like having players like that in the squad. You've got to have some sort of burning desire to play. Do you know what I mean? Maybe he does, I don't know, but just from what you see on Amazon and whatnot, it doesn't look like that. So, you know, that's all you ask for, innit? In a squad of real mentality monsters, you just hope that everybody wants to win and everybody wants to play. Do you know what I mean? Because that's the whole point. Everybody's going to get paid regardless, but you want to be on the pitch. Otherwise, you're not. You know, that's the whole point of playing football, is to play football. Do you know what I mean? It's not to do training every single day. I can't even imagine doing training every day, and then when the game comes, you're not playing. Like, how does that even feel? That must be nuts. That's crazy. And then you have to go back to training again. Like,
some jokes.
Bro, it's like doing the 3 years of uni and then you don't get the degree. Like, what? It don't make no sense.
But it don't make no sense, innit? And like this guy said, like, imagine getting linked to Ten Hag only for him to sign an extension, move on to Conte to get rejected, and now you got Fonseca, bro. Like, what? Like, bro, the maths ain't mathing, bro. You know what I mean? My man said that Tanga is going to turn into Nzogbia, bro. I'm dead. Ndombele to Nzogbia, you know, under Fonseca.
Know, that Newcastle club used to love their French ballers, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, Nzogbia, but man, they're ripping Nzogbia. You know what? Nzogbia had some good moments.
He had some tech. At Wigan as well. He had some tech.
Yeah, he had some tech, man. Man always rip him, though. He's the easy guy, but he's the go-to, blood. He always gets killed by a man like Charles, blood. But he was a baller, blood. He had a decent left peg. Don't watch that. You, man, smash the likes as well. What? We got nearly 1.5 in here. A man saying it's only 318, man. You need to get that up to 700 people, man. Let's push these likes. Do you know what I mean? Man said Dele's worried about. That's a piss take. Did you see the meme? Did you see the meme when the meme that said, yeah, like it said if Pep won the medal, he would have given it to Dele Alli, blood. You know that?
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I seen that.
Man, a dickhead.
He's better too rude.
You know that's some idiot thing. You know what I mean? You man are moving mad. Obviously, sorry. Saying this that Sarri wants Ruben at Lazio. I think that would be amazing for his career. There's a lot of man them out in Italy now. You know them ones. Obviously, Tomori's out there. It's one of them ones like, you know what I mean? Lukaku's out there. Bro, I think he needs it for his career, really.
I do, man. Same. I would love it because Sarri was the last time that he was playing ball properly in that three-man midfield with Hazard on the left. great chemistry and link up. Sarri got the best out of him. And do you know what I mean? When you find something like that, sometimes you just need to just stick with it. Do you know what I mean? If you've got that chemistry of a manager, some people, you know, look at Defoe and Crouch, they followed Harry Redknapp all over the place. Do you know what I mean? It's like Cranchar. Sometimes when you got a relationship with a manager, you just need to stick with it. Do you know what I mean? So for me, after what I saw this season with the way that he was irregular in that Fulham team, which is kind of nuts in itself, you would think that you're a star in that team, but he wasn't. Go to Italy, get out of the Prem, get out of the limelight. You know, nobody, you know, it's very clear Southgate ain't really watching Italian football like that because he didn't even consider Tomori. So, do you know what I mean? You're way out of the limelight there. And just go and do your thing with Sarri. Do you know what I mean? The league is at a slower pace as well. So that should help you with the injuries that you've picked up over the years as well, just to not have to over-exude yourself and go for it. Do you know what I mean? You got to try something new at this point if you're Loftus-Cheek. There's no point. You may as well roll the dice. You know what I mean? You're, 25, going to be 26. You may as well roll the dice. You've got nothing to lose at this point because you can't fall any further than you fell. When you're not playing regularly for a Fulham team that got relegated, you can't fall any further than that with the ability that you had. So you may as well roll the dice. You may as well.
You know what it is with Ruben? It's a weird one because actually he's very good technically, but his athleticism, and his injury record, that's just what it is. Because it's like technically on the ball, he's very, very good, you know. It's just that like it's almost like, oh no, he kind of plays the game like he's smaller than he is, if that makes sense. And he just ain't got the mobility to do that because of the injuries and stuff like that. He's got great feet. Do you know what I mean? He's probably like
great physique though as well. He's like,
but I
in terms of his stature is very, very good.
I think he's too big for the football that he wants to play. You know them ones like he's got feet like he's got the feet of like a tricky number 8, but he's built like a centre back. You know like that. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. So it's
like Yaya Toure mold, isn't it?
He built like but at least Yaya Toure was a bit slimmer though. You know what I mean? Yaya Toure is slimmer and longer, whereas Ruben's very built like fucking Reece James, and wants to play in the middle of the pitch where you have to do the most running. Do you know what I mean? And it's like it's hard.
I think Ruben used to be a centre back. Maybe I'm wrong.
But he's built like one. Like literally,
I don't know.
If he said, really, he should just say, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to be a 6, like Declan Rice. So I could do less running, sit back, break up the play. But his feet are probably so good that he should be playing higher up. He can shoot. But it's like, man's physique and that, and his injury record, it's like, bro, maybe he maybe just needs to do less running, innit? He needs to change his game.
This is his first season with no injuries, I believe, for Fulham. But just again,
I think he needs to change his game, innit? And because the game's changing as well, they like smaller, more mobile players in the middle now. Do you know what I mean? Lightweight players that get up and down the pitch quickly. And I don't think he gets up and down the pitch quick enough in it, like in the modern game. I think playing in the 6 would be brilliant for him. You know what I mean? And it would probably help him. But technically, he's such a good footballer, bro. I reckon the pace of the game in Italy would allow him to kind of play more the football that he wants to play in it.
Yeah. So I would personally love to see it. It would be interesting. More English players need to go abroad, man. If you're not doing your thing over here, go abroad. Do you know what I mean? Let's see what you can do out there. It keeps things interesting. There's no point being limited. You only get one career. That's the name of the game. You only get one career. And look, you as you mentioned, Tomori's out there, signed a permanent, loving life.
100%. Big up John Smith again. Another super chat. Love your streams, man. Even as an Arsenal fan, do you think Arsenal will get back to where they belong if they sign Conte, or are we done? Bro, Arsenal's problems, are a lot deeper than the manager. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot deeper than the manager. Like even like you see that Daniel Ek guy saying he wants to buy Arsenal. He can't afford Arsenal. If he buys Arsenal, you man ain't gonna get no better, bro, because he's broke. And when I say broke, I mean billionaire broke. You know them ones there. Like you could be 100 there, and then I mean,
bro, to me, send me some of that money.
1,000 there, you get me, a millionaire, and even amongst millionaires, all millionaires are not the same. A millionaire could mean that you've got £1 million worth in assets, but in your bank you got 50k. You know, like that. It just means you can borrow against whatever. This guy's got like millions or billions worth in like equity and that, but he ain't got the Roman money to just buy a yacht. You know them ones and say, yo, look,
he's not that billionaire. There's
he
different
ain't that
levels
billionaire. You
There's
know them
different
ones.
levels to this. There's different
He's
levels
the billionaire that's got to borrow money, innit? The Roman ain't got to borrow money from no one. So even
Arsenal
if you get
fans
him, you man think that if you get him, you man are going to be going out putting in 100 million bids. You're not. You need a proper guy that's going to spend some wonga blood.
Sheikh Mansour.
Yeah, bro. Like, bruv, man need the real Sheikh, fam. That Shakira Sheikh blood. Hips don't lie, Sheikh.
If they're not from Russia or Dubai, they're not the one.
Bruv, you need big money and you need a proper manager and a proper director of football, because little man money is not going to resurrect this Arsenal squad, because you need about 20 man. Legit.
It's like Mayweather. Every now and then you got to go and do another fight and top up.
Top up.
Do you know what I mean?
Bro, look at Arsenal. Both their goalkeepers ain't good enough. You know, like that. Who's Martinez, Arsenal's left though? Back? Left back, I like Kieran Tierney. You let Martinez go. Your right backs aren't good enough. Bellerin's shit. I don't know who Bellerin's backup is, but he's not good enough. All your centre backs ain't good enough either, apart from maybe, say, Gabriel. And even him, he ain't got something. Yeah, but even him, he ain't all that. You let go of Saliba. When you look at your midfield, yeah, apart from Partey, who hasn't even looked the player he looked in Spain, they're not good enough. And then when you look at their attackers, Aubameyang's past it. Lacazette ain't good enough at the top level. Bruv, honestly,
their best players are their young players, to be honest.
They need a whole new starting 11, bruv. And even Smith, Rowe, Saka, Martinelli,
they should be rotational. If you're going for the
they're rotational players. They shouldn't be starting. None of them. You should be.
If you're going for the top honors, they should be rotational. Do you know what I mean? If you're going,
bringing them in.
Yeah, you shouldn't be hanging your hat on these players. These are players that are in their first, second season in Prem. Do you know what I mean? They should be the ones that are being rotated. They should be like maybe last year's Foden. Do you know what I mean? Being rotated in and out. But you man have got them as your indispensable on Football Manager. Do you know what I mean?
Remember what you said? Last year's Foden. And Foden's better than all these, man. And even he was rotational. That's the level of Man City. Yeah. The fact that these men are needed to win games for Arsenal tells you that Arsenal are 10 years off being serious. Unless they get a Billy Big Bollocks comes in with a big bag and buys the whole team again. Arsenal are done, bro.
And by the way, the reason why Conte can't come in and fix everything is because you can't attract Conte in the first place. So that is not even an option. Not to be, you know what I mean? I'm not to be that guy with my Chelsea badge on and whatnot, but you can't attract Conte under this current structure. Look at the way he just dealt with Tottenham. He'd be dealing with you exactly the same way. Conte is not going to come in and deal with all of this politics that you've got going on at your club. He doesn't. He is politics. His middle name is politics. When you bring in Conte, that is his own politics. There's no time for politics before he even comes in. He will make the politics when he's there. So if you've already got drama at your club and you're bringing in Conte, who is Mr. Drama, that's not going to last 2 weeks. That's the international break would have been carrying on before you've even had a tenure of Conte. That would be over within a week because Conte don't mind just walking and leaving. That's what you man forget. He's not in the business of running down contracts and just being unhappy in his role. If it's not working out, he's gone, absolutely gone. So Conte is not going to work for your club at all. Not anytime soon because he's too ruthless for you guys. Way too 100%. Ruthless. 100%. He'll be out there calling out your board in press conferences and everything.
Wow, 100. You man slap up them likes. You get me? We got 1.6 in here. Do you know what I mean? Big up Abdullah, man. Happy birthday, my guy. You already know what it is. Levy built a massive stadium to compete with the big boys and forgot about the football. Sounds like Arsenal. Sounds like Arsenal.
It does, doesn't it? A lot of similarities here.
Bro, it's a mazzoline,
build a stadium, make promises, and then boom, next thing you know, decline. Crazy.
That's what I mean.
I hope Chelsea don't build a new stadium.
Bro,
it was sticking the hot, fam. I'll take the trophies over the capacity.
Bro, you know what? Because Roman couldn't get the permit to move the stadium, that actually helped you lot because you probably would have had to scale back on the spending, Because I reckon he put money aside for the new stadium, and then when you couldn't get it, he said, "Fuck it, let me just unleash this hell on everyone, bro." It's peak.
Maybe that's why I would have messing around with all the signings that I mentioned over the last couple of years has been going on there because they've been thinking about the stadium. Yeah, listen, let's just stick in our little 42 capacity 1,000. I'm good. Keep it tight, keep it calm. I'm trying to win trophies. I'm not interested in this big arena toilet bowl nonsense.
Yeah, no, I hear you, bro. As long as you're bringing in money and you're winning trophies, what does it matter, bro? You know what I mean? Certain man got big stadiums and they can't sell them out. So what's the point? Might as well just jam with the thing, bro. Like, it's not holding you back.
Yeah, it's not like the atmosphere got any better. It's not like you added 20,000, do you know what I mean? Hardcore fans that are going to sing. You're adding in half of them as officials or whatever, do you know what I mean? That suit and tie.
Or half of it is fucking sweets and all them things there. You know them, man.
Yeah,
so it don't really matter. Do you know what I mean? Big up Bradley, 100%. Hey, Lazio got the racismo blood, but you get me. It's fine, innit? Now, I remember Olivier Daco and them man talking about it, like back in the day. It's a mad thing. Lazio gets peak, innit? But come on, bro. Man's at Chelsea. It's the same thing. You know them ones. If Ruben could take the Chelsea, man, you get me? He can take the Lazio, man. It's just a different language. It's the same thing. Bananas will fly, blood. It is what it is. You know them ones. It's true. 23. Imagine you wake up to the news. We agreed terms with Winks and Dan James' contract's been extended. What would I do? Nothing, bro. I've already given up on Man United.
Oh, right. He's not reacting to nothing, bro. He's only reacting to them lovely comps. That's it.
Bro, I've already given up on Manchester United. While Ollie's there, and the Glazers give up on these man, bro. And I don't expect anything. What's man talking about? If you expect anything positive to come out of this football club with them man in charge, you're fucking yourself. You deserve the stress. My hair's not turning grey for these men.
Winks.
It's not.
McTominay and Fred.
Brother. McWinks, blood.
Yo, what is going on?
Hell, bruv. Nah, it's a mad thing still. It's a mad thing. Could never be, bro. Do you know what I mean, bruv? Some rugby thing, bruv. Sideways and backwards, bro. That's what it be. McWinks, blood. You know what I mean? Chelsea's own super chat, random topic. I'm a bit worried about Tuchel's system. It is only getting the best out of the squad, which is okay at best, but how long is it going to last? Bro, you're worried about the wrong things.
What are you worried about, my brother?
If my man's getting the best out of a mediocre squad, yeah, and it's not mediocre, by the way, I'd say it's above average, then surely improving the players is going to improve the team, bro. Like, and your manager and your owner's willing to spend money. You got nothing to worry about. If you're a Chelsea fan and you're worried, bro, honestly, you're not spending your time right. You're not spending your time right, bro. You need to adjust that, bro. Live life a bit. Enjoy yourself. It's a good time. It's a good time.
It reminds me of when I was in a bar, right? And this girl that is mad skinny, and she was crying, and we all went over to her in this group, and he was like, "Why are you crying?" She was like, "I don't know, man. I feel like I'm overweight." I said, "Are you taking the piss? You know them ones that you're just complaining about things that are just not there. Like, it's a disrespect to the brothers who are actually fighting and struggling. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. Do you know what I mean? This whole notion of this system is any system can be found out. It doesn't matter what formation it is, what you think 4-3. Why do I never ever hear a 4-3-3 never being found out? Why? Why does no one ever say that? Any formation or tactical setup can be found out. You think a certain formation is unstoppable? It's not possible. The only thing that's unstoppable is what's going on up here. And as long as Tuchel is thinking of what he's going to do next, or how is he going to tweak it to change it up in a game. So if someone's found out the formation, that's why you bring in an Hakimi. Like I said, what I said earlier, you can change formation in game. You can do it in game. You can make little tweaks, little instructions, little details that we don't hear about. There's so many things that you can do to change it up. So nah, man, the worry is not about getting found out in the formation, because when we won it under Conte, look at who was playing in that formation as the wing backs, Alonso and Moses. Were they tactically flexible? No. They played their role and that was it. They weren't moving anywhere else next season, in the second season. They were never going to be able to change formation. Alonso at left back is a criminal. Moses ain't going to right back. Moses can be a winger, but let's be real. Victor Moses is Victor Moses. He's not world class. So it's not the same thing. Do you know what I mean? If you've got world-class players that can occupy different positions, you are constantly unpredictable at all times. So it doesn't worry me. It really doesn't. And I don't know why it's always the three at the back formation that can be unstuck, but no other formation. I've never understood that logic. Never. Because I've seen Chelsea plenty of time play a 4-3-3 and the team have parked the bus. We can't get through. No one's telling me that the 4-3-3 has been figured out. Why can't we get through?
Facts. 100%. Big up everyone in here. Let's get over the 700. 1.6 in the building. Sohan said, shouldn't Mount be rotational then, considering he's starting every game for Chelsea? Two things. One, Mason Mount is better than all your youngsters, yeah? And two, yeah, if it was a midfield of Makelele, Essien, and Lampard, yes. But it's not in it. So it's one of them ones where Mason Mount's done more than enough. But you're right. If it was Chelsea of 2009, that yes, he would be a rotational player. But Chelsea are a lot closer to that team than you are to what you were. Do you know what I mean? Chelsea are closer to Ballack and Lampard days than Arsenal are to Vieira and Henry days. Arsenal are so far from the Vieira and Henry days. It's not even on DVD. It's on tape, blood. You know them, man. It's peak, fam. You know, like that. So
these comments are killing me. You slamming down that Mason Mount is undeniably the best talent out of all their talents. Killed me, and then these comments are killing me as well. These brothers are telling me that I'm chirping dinner ladies now.
Bro, it gets like that. I
mean, you're funny.
Bro, it gets like that, bro. I'm telling you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly,
I'm telling you.
Honestly, like, man, have to keep it all the way 100, bro. Like, know the level of these guys, because one thing that happens in the British press is that they overrate every player. Do you know what I'm saying? Every single one. Not just the good ones. They overrate the shit ones as well. So the good ones are good, but they're overrated. Then the shit ones are shit, but they're overrated. So because of that, when you say that good players are overrated, man think you're saying they're shit. But really, the English press just overrate all of their players. Like, Foden's a baller. Do you know what I'm saying? But Foden's only special because he's English. You know what I'm saying? If Foden was Spanish, you would just expect it from him. You know, like that.
I love the way they've taken to his new haircut. It's not a drama like it was for the brother in your green screen.
Bro, I've never seen.
Don't get me started.
Listen, that's a topic for unpopular opinions at 4 o'clock.
Okay, cool. I don't want to take all the content.
I've never seen a haircut celebrated like this one. I've never seen a man celebrating haircuts now. Is that what we're doing now? When did we start celebrating haircuts? Because
I thought we was going to name a station after the brother.
Brother, hey, bro. Listen, I don't know when we started celebrating haircuts before a ball was kicked, bro. This is new to me, bro. Obviously, football's moved on beyond my comprehension, bro, in the last few weeks. You know, like that. So
it is for you and Akeem to chew on later, innit? Yeah.
Bro,
let me not.
Hey, bro, listen. Field day. You know, like that.
Field day.
You know what I'm saying? Rants, have I seen the Adidas United shoes? No, I haven't. I saw the last pair, I got them for free. Then I started calling the club out and they stopped sending them to me. I hear that. So it's fine. I've got the last ones though.
You know, when the merch package just stops coming.
Bro, the merch package stopped coming, bro. I'm looking at the trainers right now. I'm going to show you them because I'm petty. You know,
brothers used to send a kit, a slice of chocolate. Do you know what I mean? They used to send a whole gift box.
No, do you know what I mean? I got the last one. Adidas, Man United. You get me? Man got the Adidas ticks. Man got the old ticks. You get me?
They just said, no, we're done, yeah? They just lock it off.
Man like Petty Le Pew, blood, and then they lost my address, blood. You know, like that. That's what happened, bro. Do you know what I mean? That's what happens. Big up Liam for the super chat. Come on, all time runs and positive energy. Wicked to watch the man. Come on. You know, like that. And also, you, man, make sure you follow Statman's channel as well, bruv. Get him to 1,000 subs, yeah? He's finally started his YouTube channel. You know, like that gang business. Somebody put in Instagram like, oh, Statman left Red Talk because he started his own channel. Listen, it's not a dictatorship on this channel. I want everyone to thrive. I want everyone to win, bro. I want everyone on my channel to have more subs than me, bruv, so they can start bringing me subs. You know them, man.
Facts, talk.
You know, like that.
People forget that. If you're collabing with them anyway, you need them to do good, innit? Of
course.
What's the point in a brother being chilling on 50 subs for who? Who's that gonna help? It ain't helping me, ain't helping them.
Bro, the better you do, the better I do. You know, them ones there. Like,
100%. I remember when I joined this chat. I joined this show with you and DG. I didn't have a channel yet. Now I've got, you know, thankfully, thanks for everybody with the support. 14,000. Do you know what I mean? Maybe some Chelsea fans that didn't come here. Now they're here. Do you know what I mean? I hope I've brought a little something. If I can bring something, it's better than bringing nothing. Do you know what I mean? So
this is what I'm saying, bro. That me coming to my house hungry and that. You know, like that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to opening the fridge and that. You know, like that.
It's like coming to a house with no, you didn't even bring a bottle of wine. What do you think this is?
Man came to the party. Man came to the rave without a bottle, you know. It's mad. Nah.
It's disrespectful. I mean. It's disrespectful.
Come on.
If anything, not having a channel is disrespectful.
Bruv, I want everyone to do well on here. That's why, again, you need to change the name of your channel or something, because I can't even tag you in the title, because every time man puts this MAH thing, bro, it don't come up, bro. You get me?
Came up for, I was on another channel the other day. It came up for him. What's going on?
What, bruv? What is it? The full thing?
Well, if you just put MAH, I thought it would have come up. I'm gonna have to test this out myself. I
put up MAH, yeah, and it says, yeah, other things, bro. There's bare ones. The things that, because it obviously it goes with the most subs. These motherfuckers got 4 million subs. They're all in India, bro. They got bare subs.
That just means I need to grow, innit? I just need to catch.
Man like Sandeep and that got 20.1 million followers, bruv.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's what it is. It comes down to that. You know what I mean? The lowest one here has got 2.92 million subs, bruv. Like, and it's all in India, bro. You can't compete with them. I can't compete with them, man. You know, like that. What is it like?
I sent you a text. I sent my content creation. If that comes up, then I hope so.
Yeah, that don't come up. That's what I'm saying. It's annoying, bro. Like, you get
man's gonna have to have a word with YouTube, innit? Man
wanna put that in the title, bruv. So you know, like that. Man wanna put the thing in the title so people can click on it to make it easier. You know, like that. So
Ahmed's put the link in the chat. Appreciate that.
Yeah, exactly. So you man, make sure you follow Matisse, bro. Yeah, I mean, as well. Make sure you follow Statman. Do you know what I mean? Follow all the man them. You already know what it is. Do you know what I mean? That's 100%. What we do right now. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, we didn't know that we celebrate haircuts. Never knew, blood. Never knew that was a thing that we done here, bro. You know, like that. Before Bulls being kicked and that. Does that mean that he has to start now? Because he got a new haircut. I don't know. Is that how it works? Because I'm not really sure, blood.
It's nuts, bro. It's nuts. I don't want to, like I said, I feel like you and Akeem are gonna dress this up nicely. So I don't want to say too much, but I feel like DG as well. DG will be on a rant right now. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's honestly crazy. If I'm being honest, the amount of fuss being made over it. Like I said, it's not a problem. Just hold the energy for everybody. Do you know what I mean? Facts. Just hold the energy for everybody. That's really what it is. It's not a problem.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And it's been Genie Wijnaldum has been officially announced as a PSG player. Good signing. Good signing for them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Good deal. And he's a free. He's a free as well. Donnarumma as well, meant to be a free on that. So PSG are trying to do that Juventus thing, or Bayern Munich thing as well, where you just
get man on a free, give them some big wages.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let's see if it works. Until the Champions League comes in, it's not worked. Do you know what I mean?
Fact.
It's not how football can go, because they've been building their entire empire on winning the Champions League, and then we just do a little sacking thing, and the next thing you know, we've won it, and we've literally eclipsed everything they've been trying to do for God knows how long since the money came in. It's actually crazy. It's crazy.
But that's what it is, bro. Unfortunately, the thing is, yeah, you see with Chelsea, it's not the money spent, yeah, it's the intent, bro. It's the intent, bro. Do you know what I mean? And it's the infrastructure. People sleep on the infrastructure at Chelsea, even from your loan system and stuff like that. That thing is built, yeah, to just bring in constant revenue, blood. And also it helps with FFP because you're constantly balancing
making
the books, moving money around. You know them ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If anyone knows how credit works in real life, that's what it is, bro. It's just transactions are money moving.
Yeah.
Money coming in, money going out. Money coming in, money going out. Do you know what I mean? And that's what Chelsea do well, bruv. Do you know what I mean? So, like, Roman obviously has put the right people in place to make sure that this thing runs super efficiently, innit? So, at the end of the day, what Chelsea are doing right now is not by chance, innit?
Yeah. This is the difference between us and the other clubs, because we do spend like you guys. It's just that we sell. Do you know what I mean? Like, when we go to sell at the market, and we demand big money, and we got a lot of players that we can sell as well. That's just really where the difference lies. Do you know what I mean? Not everybody else. I mean, like Man City, you know, Man United. How many times do you really sell like a big name? Do you know what I mean? For decent money, or even just them little 10, 50 millions, they add up. They really do. Do you know what I mean? So that's what it's about. Adds up.
100%. 100%, man. Big up everyone in here. Before we wrap up, do you see Southgate starting Grealish? Yes or no?
I think he kind of been forced to now by the public. I think Southgate's one of them guys I see as a little bit of a pushover sometimes, where if enough people get on his back, he'll eventually listen. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like he already tried that not rating Grealish thing at the beginning. It didn't really work out for him. Now he's playing him and he's starting to see, okay, cool. He is a baller. So I think he will play him. Yeah, I think he will.
Oh, yeah. It's him or Foden. He won't play both because he's not brave enough. Do you know what I mean? So it'll be very, very interesting to see what happens. I still think that he might play Foden ahead of him and play Rashford on that side. Rashford or Sterling, bro. Do you know what I mean? So it'll be very, very interesting. I think it's a disgrace that we're even thinking about the fact that Jack Grealish might not be a shoo-in to start for England. Like, we're not that good for a man to just be like, oh, Grealish might not start. It's mad.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? So, it's crazy, man. Big up everyone in here. Yeah, man saw the point God do his thing, bruv. You already know. Do you know what I mean? It's just, honestly, football's mad right now, people. Do you know what I mean? You got anything else to plug, my bro?
I did a show, but that's the same thing I plug every time, to be fair. If you want to check out something fresh and something new that I've done last couple of days, I did an interview with Peter Jury.
Man, like Drury, the iconic voice, bro. As soon as I heard that,
bro.
I was like, nah.
Bro, I invited him backstage. He said my name, said hello. I'm telling you, I was like, yo, that was iconic.
Iconic, bro. Honestly, yeah, that brother, bro, could just literally just read the alphabet.
Yeah.
The guy, bro, that brother's like the David Attenborough football blood. Like, it's a mad thing.
He's so good. Do you know what I mean? So I had a brilliant conversation with him. It was about a half an hour stream. So it's not too long if you man got time. And we just spoke about the art of commentary. You know, he's a poet. You know, how he gets his words out, the preparation that goes into it, co-commentating, how he has that chemistry with his co-commentator, his biggest moments, you know, the World Cup, Aguero, you know, all these moments, the Roma, Roma from their ruins and whatnot. So yeah, we spoke about a lot of stuff and it's great conversation. So I've got it pinned on my channel. So if you go onto my channel, you'll see it. It's just at the top and enjoy.
Come on, do you know what I mean? Man said Southgate slated front for bruv, fuck Southgate. You know them ones there. No one gives a damn about Southgate. You know what I mean? Man's talking about pressing and all them things. It's Romania, blood. You know, like that. The end of the day, yeah, he doesn't have these players for long enough, yeah, to be talking about pressing and all these other things, bro. At the end of the day, if you don't train a team and you don't coach them, yeah, especially in international football, the pace of international football, you don't even need to press like that, bro. Unless you're Spain and you've got loads of players that have been educated in football the same way. This is what happens because England don't have a philosophy as a country. So because of that, England's football is always going to look disjointed. Always. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it comes down to, bro. Like if I had a team, yeah, that I don't coach and they don't have training together very often, I'm not gonna coach them to press. Yeah. Because pressing, it needs to be synchronized.
100%.
So
one person messes up and it's game over for everybody.
That's it. So I'm not coaching pressing. There's no point. England don't really need to press. Fuck that. It's international football, blood. Let man have the ball in areas they don't hurt you and take the ball away from man in areas that they will hurt you. It's that simple.
Literally.
Do you know what I'm saying? So like, it is what it is.
As they say, it's not for everyone.
This is it. You know, like that. So yeah,
I don't even think there's enough time to coach that, to be honest. And I don't know if Southgate's the right guy to coach that either. So just don't even bother try.
That's it. And 100%, Germany and France slapping teams up. England struggle, but man think it's coming home yet. Mazzolini ain't coming home, blood. Them man are coming home with their tail between their legs, and a few man are gonna get slandered in the Daily Mail. That's what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? You heard it here first, baby. You know, like that. So big up everyone. Yo, make sure you follow the Twitch as well, blood. I told you, man got the green screen pattern there for the games, blood. We're winning right now. You get me? The Euros is coming. Man had to pattern the Euros backdrops. It's probably one of my favorite ones. Man like Memphis, blood.
That's cold.
Yo,
okay, you got bear pattern.
Bro, I got bear, bro. We're going, bro. We're going.
Watch alongs, yeah? You're gonna be watching some Euros.
Watch alongs on the Euros. You know what I mean?
Yo, I can see you're gonna be all over that group of death.
Bro, I'm all over it.
All over it. Man's
not missing it. You man, make sure you follow the Twitch. It's exclusively on Twitch. So if you ain't following on Twitch, you ain't gonna be able to be involved in a watch along. Do you know what I mean? The man's gonna start all the streams 30 minutes before the game. Do you know what I mean? I'd say first 30 minutes I'll probably have on both platforms, and then YouTube's going to cut off before kickoff. So if you want to be involved in a watch along, you have to make sure, you know what I mean? You have to make sure that you're on Twitch. You know them ones. Obviously, I'm just going to be driving my YouTube audience over to Twitch for the Euros in it to do the watch along. So yeah, there'll be no watch alongs on YouTube. So make sure you follow, man. And also the Twitch notifications, you always get them as well. They're not like YouTube, bro. They're not trying to bump, man. So you'll get notifications, and also it's full HD as well. You know what I mean? So like the quality there's better in it. So definitely make sure you're over there, man. What are you doing for the Euros, bro?
I'm gonna drop some videos. I'm gonna probably I've got a video series that I'm gonna start. And then yeah, I'll probably do a new show as well, maybe a Euro show on once a week as well. I'll add in there to keep updated. I won't do watch-alongs though, because I might even think of going box park and just doing a vibes thing.
Yeah, no, I hear you. There people gonna be doing that. You know that one.
Ain't been outside in time after this lockdown. I might have to just go outside and just live the Euros like that.
I hear you. That's it, bruv. So make sure you keep an eye out for Matisse's content. Make sure you follow, man, on Twitch, man. The link to the Twitch is always in the description of every video, people. Back again at 4 o'clock for Unpopular.